Hi members, JB here, Thursday 18th of February. Been a while since the last update, so there's a little bit to cover, so please be patient and I'll keep it as quick as I can. So today I'm just going to have a bit of a chat on the way we're operating at the moment and some changes coming up, which some members will be very excited about. We've got some feedback from the AGM, Clubhouse Improvement Project status, have a quick chat on the online accounts for the members, some talk about the club champ results so far, and we'll have a bit of a chat about our juniors, so let's get on with it. Okay, so I guess the first thing to say, last year obviously was fairly crazy, and we had some government subsidies which helped us trade through the COVID lockdowns and all that sort of stuff. Coming out the tail end of that in October, when our subsidies ceased, we had no idea how we were going to trade and how things were. I mean, we'd obviously forecasted and restructured around that forecast, but we weren't sure how that'd look. I'm happy to report to the membership that the work we did and the strategy that we undertook has worked. Year to date, our financial result is a clear $50,000 better than it was at the same time last year. So it's 4 months into the financial year. So financially and operationally, it's been a very good outcome for the club in terms of the strategy that we undertook. That being said, we want to now start to try to enhance our membership experience. So there's been a lot of talk around, why we're doing single T starts, and the answer to that question is it's a lot simpler operationally to do that. But we now feel confident that we can do 2T starts on certain days and still get a similar outcome and give something better back to our membership. So we're going to do that. I'll get more details out over the coming weeks as to what that's going to look like. And we're going to look at trading on a Sunday. It could be limited opening hours on a Sunday. At the moment, the Hatch is doing very well, but we have had some members that would like to go up and have a beer after their round on a Sunday. So we'll see how that goes, because in the past, nobody went into the clubhouse on a Sunday, or it was very limited in terms of patronage. So we'll see how that goes. We'll do that on a trial basis. Members would have noticed the ball lifters in the cups. Look, it's a COVID safety option instead of for members that don't want to touch the flags, but primarily it protects the side of the cups. So with the changes in the rules of golf last year, enabling you to leave the flag in, a lot of members do that. They take up that option and then they'll put their hands in the cup and pull the ball out, and it wedges between the edge of the cup and the pin. That damages the side of the cup. So these ball lifters actually help with that. We have had feedback that sometimes if you've hit a really good chip and it hits the side of one of the lifters, it can bounce out. Can I suggest just as an additional etiquette piece for your fellow members, that you actually, when they're having a chip shot or something and you're near the pin, just turn the ball lifter to the other side of the pin, and that will solve that problem. We're also extending social play in the afternoons to 5 p.m. now, but timesheets will still apply. We still operate under the COVID safe plan, which I'll talk about in a minute. Now, what's not changing? So we're going to continue without rakes in the bunkers. The feedback I've had is because we're not continually pulling sand to the side and edges of the traps when we leave a bunker, we're actually getting, on average, we're getting better lies. And the local rule, obviously, where you can place your ball, helps with that as well. So from a maintenance perspective, and also just a general condition of the bunkers and playability of our bunkers, it's working. And that's common across the industry. There's a lot of clubs that really do not want to go back to rakes. So we're going to keep going on that front for now. COVID safety. So look, we still operate under a COVID safe plan for the clubhouse. Nothing's changed there. You've got to log in for the contact tracing. It's still one person per 2 square metres, and all the sanitation practices are still persevering there. On the golf side, look, we follow the Golf Australia recommendations. We do allow removal of flag sticks, but we do ask members to try and do that in a safe fashion or use the ball lifter. Again, I've talked about the rakes in the bunkers, so we don't have those. Nearest to pins, we provide sanitizer, and scorecards, we provide a electronic option for those members that don't want to be handling other players' scorecards. So all of that stays the same. On the food and beverage side, we're coming into a fairly busy period with functions, so we're actually looking for some staff. So I just want to put a call out. We'd like to recruit a reasonably senior food and beverage, or reasonably experienced food and beverage staff member with at least 5 years experience, and we'd also look for potentially another junior staff member to come on board. So look, if you know anyone, please make contact. Just send a CV through to barmanager@wynnumgolf.com, and or even just make contact and we'll take it from there. Right, so moving on. So I've attached to this mailer the feedback. So the board's gone through all of the questions from the AGM last year, and we've answered all of those questions. Some of those won't be relevant now because of recent changes, but we'll still put that out there for you all to have a look at anyway. Clubhouse improvement projects. I've attached the newsletter to this mailer as well. Everything's tracking well there. All the architect work is done, so we've got all the visuals, we've got a fly through. The quantity surveyor we're just finalising the numbers on that now, so we'll have some figures. So we'll have all of this out to the membership very shortly. It's very exciting too, by the way, so can't wait to get that out there. Online membership accounts. So look, this has been a real issue. We were looking to deploy new software this month. Unfortunately, and I don't know if it's tied into COVID or what's going on, but the project pipeline from our supplier is blown out of the water. So we're actually looking at another 4 months before we can put that software in. So what we're doing, we're trying to find a workaround. But just a reminder to members, at any point in time, you can come to the office between 10 and 4 and request a statement on your account. We do have all that information, or you can get a balance over the bar or at the hatch from the till, okay, on your member account. So we're more than willing to do that for you through this period, but we would like to get an automatic solution so that you can actually view your accounts online. So please just bear with us on that. Club champs. All right, so overall, wow, some pretty incredible scoring in the overall competition. So Kerrod Crocker has burst out of the gates with a 64 on last Saturday and followed that up with a 65 on Sunday. I think the follow-up was even more impressive. So that's 11 under par for 2 rounds. That is some serious scoring. So well done, K-Rod. He's closely followed by Peter Stone at 5 under. And then we've got Chris Summerfield and Justin Gasky on 2 under. So good luck to everybody in the open competition for next week. In A1, we've got another close one here. So Roger Wheeler is on 158. We've got Kevin Crilly on 159, and Piers Keating and Aaron Fritz sharing 3rd place on 163. Good luck, guys, next week. B grade, Graham Woodbine on 164. Kevin Cosgrove 2 shots behind on 166, and closely followed by Rob Dartnell on 167. That'll be another close one for those guys. C grade, Larry Sibley, who popped up last year from memory, I think, has a pretty good lead over David Baldwin. So Larry's on 182, Dave Baldwin is on 188, and Ron McKee is following up in 3rd position on 193. Now look, it's always good fun and good atmosphere on the Sunday of our club champs, so we encourage everybody to come down and watch. The open competition players will be finishing between 4 and 5 o'clock, so we're going to offer a free beer to every member that has a hit on Sunday or a basic spirit. So please hang around after your game and cheer the boys home. It's really good atmosphere on last day of the club champs. All right, juniors. So just a bit of an update here. There's a lot of effort going into trying to build the junior group at the moment. Peter Stone's a newly appointed junior coordinator. Peter's also a newly appointed board member. So currently we're getting about 10 to 16 juniors playing every Saturday afternoon, which is a good outcome. And we've got about 4 to 6 pre-juniors that are close to graduating to 18-hole status. So our juniors are continuing to grow, and we've got to thank Ryan in the Pro Shop for the work that he's done in getting young people down to our club. So the work the junior committee are doing now is really about retaining those juniors and getting them to join the club and get involved in club activities. So we've got a Wynnum Junior Open on the 14th, and I'll put a schedule of all the events, all the upcoming junior events on the screen at some stage, so you can see what's happening there. We had a Med East qualifier for the state championships Monday just gone, and 4 juniors from Wynnum have qualified to go and compete in the state championships. So that's Chris Summerfield in the 13 to 18 year category, Kai Schloss in the 13 to 18 year category as well, Aidan Biddle in the 10 to 12 year category, and Natasha Tennant was selected as reserves for the girls in the 13 to 18 year old category. So well done to those juniors on qualifying for that event. On top of that, we've got just a couple of special achievements. So Natasha Tennant, who I mentioned before, she actually plays golf for Australia in the Special Olympics, and she's recently been granted a world golf ranking. So well done to Natasha. That's a fantastic achievement and a reflection of your commitment to your golf. So well done there. And also a shout out to Chris Wood, who he's a former Wynnum Golf Club member who took out the Victorian PGA Championship recently. So that's a fantastic effort from Chris there as well. So look, there's a lot there, everyone, and I hope you're all well and keeping safe and enjoying your golf, and happy golfing.